Look how smooth Cam is about to dock his boat. In about 45 minutes, I'm going to try and master the craft of docking the boat. Wow, it's almost like you've done this a time or two. Do you trust me?
We'll see. Okay,
I
think I can coach you. We'll be all right.
I feel like you're not only a good enough coach, but you also love your boat enough that you will teach me well, just so I don't hurt it.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so we are talking boating safety tips, especially with the long weekend pretty much upon us. It's very important that we reiterate them for people. Top 5.
The top 5
safety tips. What are they?
Well, heading into the long weekend, there's going to be a ton of boat traffic out there. Make sure you know what you're doing. So tip number 1, get your BOATsmart operator card. Do that today at boatsmartexam.com. Click on Get Started Now. Okay,
and you could get that. You said it takes like a couple of hours. You can cut the engine if you want,
yep.
It takes a couple of hours, but you can log in and out, right?
You can log in and out at your leisure.
Okay.
And you can print a temporary slip immediately when you pass. So go to the BOATsmart website. We've got the family pack pricing there. So if you have multiple family members, there's discounts. Go through that process. Make sure you're confident in the rules when you're heading out this weekend. That's tip number 1. Get that BOATsmart card. Number 2, always wear an approved PFD or life jacket. Yep. Make sure everybody on board is doing the same thing. It's just like the seatbelt in your car. It's not going to work unless you wear it. Number 3, don't drink in boat. So alcohol does not have a place on the water. Many boaters don't realize that the effects of alcohol are up to 4 times greater when consuming alcohol on the water versus on land. So keep it on shore.
Okay.
Boating's a lot of fun. You don't need to drink to have a great time on a boat.
Okay,
so.
and it is absolutely off limits. It's not as though, you know, the person driving just needs to not be drinking and it's okay for everyone else.
Yeah, you can't have open alcohol on a boat unless you're docked and your boat has kitchen, sleeping, and washroom facilities. So we just definitely recommend don't drink in boat.
I like you're saying leave the beer on the pier.
That's right. Keep the water on the water. So take some water out with you and keep hydrated.
Okay.
It's important to do that.
Okay, and what tip are we on now, 4?
That was number 3.
That was number 3.
So we're going to number 4.
All right.
So number 4 is make sure you plan for a safe trip. So check the weather before you head out. Make sure all your safety equipment's in good working order. Make sure everybody on your boat knows how to use it properly. So plan for a safe trip, just like, you know, the Boy Scouts. You know, planning's key. And then number 5 is if you've already got your operator card and you've got some experience, then don't be overconfident. One of the greatest things you can do is actually download the BOATsmart Connect app for iPhone and Android. There's free refresher lessons. It's a free app. So now's a great time to kind of refresh your knowledge and get ready. Okay, because that's the nice thing about BOATsmart. You've been around now long enough that you are getting feedback from people. And the number 1 piece of feedback was? We want some refresher lessons. Right, because you don't, how often do you need to get your license? Or once you have it, is it good? Yeah, once you get your BOATsmart card, it's good for life. So again, you know, if you've taken it 5 years ago, 10 years ago, now is a great time to refresh your knowledge. Download that BOATsmart Connect app. Right, okay, so, and the link to the app where all of the instructions on how to get it could be found on the BOATsmart website, right? That's right, yeah. Okay, because the one thing that you've been saying over and over again this morning is don't get the license and all of the safety gear just to avoid the fine. There's a much greater reason to be getting it. That's right, you know, there's a significant fine if you don't have your card, if you don't have the safety equipment. But that shouldn't be the motivation. The motivation should be, I want to go out there, I want to boat with confidence, I want to keep my family safe, and in the event that something happens, I've got my equipment for that emergency situation. So, yes, you can avoid the fine, but more importantly, you can have everything on board, you can have that confidence so that hopefully nothing happens, but if it does, you're prepared. Right, and I think a lot of the mentality is that it won't happen to me, but Cam, how many boating accidents have to happen in last year alone? About 6,000 a year. 6,000, and that's just on Canadian waterways. That's right, and most of those are preventable. That's the thing to keep in mind. Okay, all right, a little bit later in the morning, I'm going to get Cam to try and coach me on how to dock the boat perfectly. Have faith in me. I've driven a fishing boat, 9-meter fishing boat for a year. Fair enough. Translate. All right, if you head to the BOATsmart website, you can look at all of the information about how to obtain your license last minute if you need to grab that, and all of the rules and regulations to keep in mind when you're out on the water this July long weekend.